do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Wherever I go, he goes.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers.
And here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the pod. I'm Zach Williamson. Today I'm here with Ross Cutsforth, and we're talking Loki episode 1. We're sorry for the fat break. We decided to take a break while we were in between MCU shows. We got a lot of content coming though, so we'll have shows again every week. And as fair warning, we now have an ad service, so they'll be playing ads. You might hear one or two throughout the episode. They're kind of random, so just fair warning on that. You hear that shit, it's normal. Listen to it, potentially buy shit from it because you're helping us, but it doesn't matter if you don't either way. So thank you guys. Here's the show. You want to talk Loki?
Yeah, this was a fantastic first episode.
Fantastic. All right. You such an MCU stan. I love it.
Dude, it was so good. You didn't like it?
What'd you love about it? No, tell me, dude. I didn't say that.
Okay.
With MCU shit, you always come out very positive, and then anything else, you're like, yeah, so I thought it was good, but hold on. Then you go and you start with the bad shit always. But
damn, am I a toxic MCU fan? I'm toxic.
I guess
I'm
you're a
toxic.
positive MCU fan. What would a toxic MCU fan be, though? What does that mean?
Somebody that rationalizes certain things in either way just because of their loyalty to their property.
No, bro, I mean, the term toxic fan to me means that if I posted a news piece that was potentially negative about the show, they would go on ham and like bring up DC or some other random shit for no reason.
Yeah, okay. So they just, everything they do is full of logical fallacies, basically. What they're doing just doesn't make sense.
I don't even know if that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like...
They're just attacking you. They're like, fuck you.
They going crazy, man. They go hard for Marvel is what I mean.
So I'm pretty toxic then. Definitely. No, but okay, this soundtrack was so good. Holy shit. This intro
score was
part,
good.
Yeah.
Who did the score? We should know this. Why don't we know these things? We should talk about these people because music is so key in movies and TV and life. Damn. It's a fucking amazing thing.
Music is absolutely beautiful.
I wish they'd stop dropping this shit at midnight, man. Why do they do us like this, man? Figure this out. Drop it at 9 p.m. Even for the East Coast people, you know? Think about that. You guys stay up till 3 a.m. If I lived in fucking Boston or New York, I'd probably stay up till 3 a.m., man. That's fucked up. Poor guys.
I can't find the composer. Yeah.
I love that they tossed in that scene with Hulk again where Hulk slams through the door. Just pissed off.
No, the score was really good, though. It made me feel like it was a 40s science fiction movie type of feel, I guess. You got that intro is kind of nice.
You know what's funny? They tried to shoot it like it was in 2012 to make it match the Avengers camera angle even a bit.
You think so?
Yeah, because maybe just for this part specifically, when they're in the desert, Mongolia, the Gobi Desert.
I don't know. I thought it was really well filmed, honestly.
Why did he shoot over to here?
I'm not sure exactly why. I assumed
where the fuck was he trying to go?
Going somewhere random.
You just clicked it and said, get out.
Yeah.
Stat.
Just trying to get out as fast as possible.
Damn. You think it would be hot as fuck out there with all that armor on?
Yeah, and all that sand would be very hot.
True. I forget that he's a fucking god and shit, so that probably doesn't even faze him.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah, I didn't mind this part. This was a decent scene. Gets caught hella easy, but whatever.
Well, yeah, the TVA is fucking broken, dude.
I always forget how proper he tries to be, dude. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Tell me what you thought. Honestly, give me your thoughts.
I thought the chemistry between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston was really good. I liked how Owen Wilson, he was his character. I didn't feel like he was Owen Wilson as much, you know. He wasn't phoning it in.
You're saying that he sort of humanized this, I guess, higher being?
Yeah, I think so.
What are the power levels of these clones or whatever the fuck they are? This is fair warning for the listeners. I did not do a fuck ton of rediving into the TVA, what exactly they are. They're like clones or some shit. I feel like that's what I remember from the comics.
Yeah.
These guys are like clones. They're basically just following the orders of the Truth Seekers, and they're basically blinded. They're literally, oh yeah, this is the right way. But like, who says that's the fucking right way? But anyway, that's a whole discussion in itself. But what are you going to say?
Tell me more, Zach. That's interesting.
If you just let them do this shit, how does this shit even make sense? Like fucking Steve Rogers, all right, he's right to just go back and be chilling. Gamora, where the fuck? Like she just rolled off in the future, bro. So are they about to have hella TVA in this fucking next phase? I don't know.
No, they wouldn't, because they discussed that was all part of the timeline, basically.
So you allow some variance. So then you're basically just brainwashed listening to these fuckers say, oh yeah, we let them do it in this. See what I mean? Like they're letting some variance happen. Then why would, if that's how it's always been? You have all these different options, dude. You don't know how shit's always been. Why is this shit sacred? It's just like it's predetermined bullshit.
That's what I think as well. That's what they're saying is their philosophy is, or I don't know, they have a very advanced science, obviously. So we don't know what kind of technology they have. But their society basically operates on the notion that the universe is predetermined based off of all what they were saying.
All those fuckers died for nothing. But then Doctor Strange, he didn't know about the fucking TVA. He didn't see that in any possibility. The Ancient One didn't know about the TVA. There's so much shit. I'm like, well, how the fuck did no one know about these fools?
They're so much more powerful than any of them, though, it seems like.
They're above even the Eternals.
Dude, Infinity Stones are literally paperweights there. That's how strong they are.
This is the top dog shit. This is the peak. This is it. This is what you're saying.
There might be another peak, honestly.
Bro, there's gonna fucking be another. See, dude, so then how the fuck do they control anything if there's another peak? What?
We don't know. We don't know.
I'm asking, what do they do in the comics? Are they the top? Are these guys the fucking guys in the comics?
In the comics, there are characters that are stronger than this organization, for sure. There's like an embodiment of God, basically.
Multiverse war. That sounds cool.
That would be sick. And they're just like eating into each other, the different cells of multiverses.
They already are, though. Loki escaped in the timeline that won, the right timeline.
It seems like he created like a singularity when he slipped out and made an infinite number of other
Lokis.
Yeah. That are fucking around, traveling through time and shit. Like some of them escaped from the TVA.
And that's why this fool's doing it. It's some Dr. Manhattan shit. That's why the guy, Owen Wilson's character, he's letting him do it because that's how it's always been, right? Wouldn't they already have this fucking information? I don't know. Maybe not. I guess if it's never happened, but there's already a Loki out there fucking doing it, dude. That's cool. They do this nice little cartoon intro to try to explain everything away again.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that part as well. I thought it was good.
Nah, it was good. There's so many little hints. They said Nexus. All right, cool, Wanda. And then you see Danger Multiverse, and they're talking about all that shit. Pretty sure they even said like Madness at one point, right?
I'm not sure. They said Nexus events, though. So
hella hints to Doctor Strange, too.
Yep. They're all tied together. I really have been loving these Marvel shows.
Yeah, they're all kind of preludes to the big thing.
Yeah, they've been good.
Like last one,
they're well done.
Cap became Cap, and the first one, Wanda became the Scarlet Witch. So they're like all setups.
Yeah.
And this one seems like it's setting up Doctor Strange even more. Yeah, dude, it's cool.
Or, yeah.
Could be this random one-off story, too. Probably not, though. If this shit's out here this whole time.
Oh, another thing I really liked was this episode, I don't know, made me feel like a lot of emotions at the part where Loki was reliving his life and like all the future events that were going to happen to him. And
yeah, that was cool how they tied back the movies too, where they showed, okay, dude, this is what this happens, because we've seen that, and it's the same concept. Like it's always happened. Especially
with how he was talking to Owen Wilson's character, talking very narcissistically, like thinking about how he's going to rule the universe basically, and he just didn't give a fuck about all these things. And then he sees himself die and he's being so egotistical about himself. And he's like, damn. And in the end, I just go out getting my fucking neck stabbed by this big purple dude. That kind of humbled him.
Yeah, no, that was a good scene too. I like how they tied back the movies and all that and gave all the backstory so that anyone who's just jumping in here, you would pretty much know what happens to Loki in the movies.
Yeah.
And it makes it feel like a different character even a little bit too. We saw Loki get his shit snapped. He's dead.
Yeah, this is like the third iteration of Loki we're gonna get, which is really cool, and it's very impressive that Tom Hiddleston is like able to pull.
Wait,
this
what you
off.
mean? They're different Loki.
Like you have the Loki in Avengers and like the first couple Thor movies.
But that's all the same one.
I know, but I'm saying as far as the range of like Tom Hiddleston with the character and basically how the character is encapsulated within those three phases or three iterations of Loki.
But I would still say that this Loki is similar to the first one because in the end they have sort of a redemption arc. Loki was a bad dude, you know? He's fucking killing humans.
Dude, he was saying
man.
some fascist ass stuff in this, and he was like, just drilling into people's heads, like smiling. I forgot he did that in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, dude, he's a
Holy
cunt.
fuck. Yeah, that's pretty sadistic.
Yeah, but that's why the whole time I'm watching this and just it's kind of funny to watch it all happen to him because fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait, so
there is another third. Well, you're right now that there is now also a third iteration of Loki, the villain, rolling around. But then you're right, dude. There's probably going to see like so many different things that happen because of this moment where he works with this team and either gets away or he doesn't get away. There's going to be a point in the show where it's going to show him like, could he just fucking dip or he does something different? Like saves whoever it is or, you know, kills them himself. Who knows?
I could see Loki doing some shit like that. I mean, he's pretty villainous at this point. Like he did see all the key moments.
Imagine if you saw your entire life though, right there, you'd be a different person instantly. And if you believed it,
yeah, that would change you right on the spot.
He's just seen so much trippy shit in his life that he's like, all right, are these guys really actually legit? But then he got humbled because of the Infinity Stones. He thought they were legit and they're useless there.
Yeah.
They use them as what they say, like fucking paper holders or something.
Paperweights, I think. And he had, the person had like a bunch of them just kind of sitting in his desk drawer.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we know everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't need to say that. That's what you're saying.
Just hella explaining it for the listeners. I think that's funny. It's like, bro, you all saw the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Because they fought fucking, we just seen 20 movies of that shit. And they're basically saying irrelevant, doesn't matter.
We're going up a level. So do you agree with Loki then?
About what?
When he goes in front of the judge and he says, he says that the Avengers broke the time before him. And that he shouldn't be held accountable because they broke it first.
Dude, he's not necessarily wrong. Like, what do we know? We've seen these fools we've been fed propaganda. They showed some fucking story that was, this is how it was. Bro, it's like reading a child's history book, man. They lie about shit all the time.
Yeah.
All we know is like what they've told us. And clearly they're very powerful. Infinity Stones are irrelevant. That's been sweet. They're definitely on a pretty high level. But you can, if there's variations that are still escaping and shit, man. What if one of these fools decides to turn on one of the other two True Seekers or whatever the hell they are? Are these guys all rebel? Who says what is the right timeline, right? When they say this timeline, they're referring to the MCU timeline then. Also, they allow exceptions. So literally like, what if you never allowed a single exception? So you didn't want Thanos to win. So you meddled.
No, but within those exceptions, they did return the Infinity Stones back to the proper timeline.
Bro, how the fuck does Captain America return some of those? What?
I don't know.
But the Infinity
I'm just
Stones
saying
are
in the
irrelevant.
universe's logic, but I'm not saying it makes sense.
They don't even matter, dude. They're irrelevant.
Yeah.
Why do they care so much then? Like, what's the right timeline? It's just a factor in their life.
Apparently, the Ancient One said that they're vital to your timeline, I guess.
Bro, but we've already talked about that. We think that whole shit is fucking not right because, dude, Captain, if someone goes in a different time, bro, that fucking stockbroker dude, what the hell did he do? There's no way he had an Infinity Stone. You think so? Or he had all of them? I don't know. How's he jump to another timeline?
I don't know.
They just show random people that they're arresting. It seems like it happens a lot, man. They got a whole operation for this shit.
Holy fuck. The city that they're in is honestly pretty cool. When it has that big wide shot of the city.
Yeah, that was cool. Some Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yeah, it has those it has similarities to like Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor Ragnarok, I think.
So the Celestials, irrelevant to these guys.
No, to these guys? Probably, yeah. Mostly relevant. Because the Celestials, what? equivalent to like 2
What about
Infinity
Kang,
Stones.
dude? Kang must fucking outsmart these guys then. He's jumping around times and shit all like
It's possible.
Unless Kang is always allowed to do that. He's just always allowed to kill a bunch of people and fucking he got Infinity Stones, didn't he too?
I honestly don't know. Did he?
I could have made up some bullshit right there. I don't know. We should check.
Okay. I say roll with the bullshit.
All right, King the Conqueror. Wasn't this fucker like related to?
I don't think he had Infinity Stones, or he might have it at some point. Honestly, I don't know.
First thing, King the Conqueror used the Infinity Stones to save Marvel's Earth, Ultimate version. So even this fucking guy, they could change that.
Yeah.
But what about beings that can jump, like Wanda? Why don't you just put her out before she figures out she can do this shit?
Yeah, because she is confirmed a Nexus being. Also, so she can go into the Nexus.
How do the Doctor Strange people not know about this shit?
Maybe they do. I mean, it seems like they know about a lot of stuff that they just don't tell people about.
So they're just like low-level TVA agents or something?
Yeah, but...
Bro, Doctor Strange was in that... He was in that thing, getting all the iterations forever.
Yeah.
And he never saw any sign of like TVA involvement, anything.
He could have, but maybe it just wasn't a successful scenario. I mean, we see that when the TVA goes into the timeline, I mean, they get bodied sometimes. A bunch of them got roasted by Loki. Yeah.
He figures out how to kill him.
Yeah. There's ways to kill them. I don't think they're invincible.
Okay. All I'm saying is that there's aspects of this shit to me that I'm like, I ain't going to just take your word. I don't know about that. That doesn't like necessarily make sense with what shit you've established.
I think it'd be more accurate in describing the TVA's power levels to say that the TVA as that whole entire population is definitely unstoppable. But like individual agents of the TVA, I think you could take down if you were exceptionally strong or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. They established that 100%.
Yeah. But wait, what were you saying though? I feel like I just went on a random tangent.
I don't even know what the fuck you talking. Like it wasn't like built off anything I was saying.
No,
I don't want to disagree with you there. That's not even what my like debate is. My debate is just like I've already said it. You know, who says this is the only way? How the fuck? How are they about to do Spider-Verse? Bro, they're about to do this shit hella then, or what's going on here? It's gonna be this crazy storyline just to try to correct everything and like work backwards. But then if the TVA could just, all I gotta do is roll in and drop some bomb and reset shit. Like, wouldn't they do that immediately with Wanda? I don't know.
Yeah, but there could be timelines splitting off faster than they can destroy them.
So the multiverse war, that sounds lit, dude. Let's do that. Like, fuck this. If that's what you're gonna do, let's do it. Yes, I'm in.
So like every branch doubles, so it's just growing exponentially.
How do you correct that though? You just make a new one. You say this is the new good timeline, which they could have done already. That's what I mean.
At that point though, I think it goes beyond the TVA's level, and then those like godlike beings would have to get involved again, because that's what they said happened.
Bro, we gotta look this up. We gotta look this up, man, because they talk up Celestials like they're fucking big baddies and shit. Let's look up. So these guys, what about those like Watchers or whatever too, dude? We got to look up power levels here, man. We can't even be talking about this without knowing this shit. Hold on.
The Watchers are pretty powerful, yeah.
Okay, what are these guys called? The Truth Seekers? What the fuck was their name?
I don't think they're called the Truth Seekers. They might be.
No, I might have just made that shit up, but look it up for me.
Okay. I think it's the Timekeepers. Are there
Timekeepers? That sounds right.
And there's 3 of them. They're like 3 gods. But at that point, if it starts growing exponentially...
The Timekeepers, look, first line. These fuckers were created by He Who Remains. They're not even the top dog. So
that's what I was saying.
I
was saying there's a guy that's like the incarnation of God, basically. Of like an all-powerful God that just rules over all the multiverses.
The final director of the Time Variance Authority. The last reality of the he created the Time Twisters. Yeah, it just says that like this dude says that in every reality, someone eventually figures out time travel and fucks everything up, destroys everything. So the Avengers destroy everything. They're the ones who figured it out first.
Who is?
The Avengers. Yeah, they time traveled in Endgame. They're the ones
So
who caused all this bullshit.
they caused it. That's true. They should have just took the L. You got bodied by Thanos. He went off, destroyed himself. Like,
top dog
just take
won,
the
man.
L. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Endgame should have been about, was just taking the loss like a champ.
Man, I mean, you just cause all these kind of crazy time multiverse shit if you go any other way, man. So I guess they were just thinking that, all right, people love this shit right now, but this is not going to matter when we do our next phase. That's what they must have been thinking. They're probably just trying to see how long they can keep the fucking story going until they have to end it at some point. What do you think, dude? Do you think they'll ever? This is actually an interesting discussion because we're already at multiverses and time travels now, man. I mean, it's been 10 years.
But with the way they're doing it,
this shit is looking little, bro, this ain't making no damn sense right now. What are you talking about? Don't act like this makes total sense.
Wait, this episode?
No,
Loki?
The past Endgame, this timeline, shit, overlapping.
Okay, the time traveling in Endgame didn't really make sense, I didn't think. But I think everything in this episode was correct based off of that logic going forward, because it introduces like godlike powerful beings, basically. That
and only the Infinity Stones that don't fucking matter in the end. Those are the only things that will get you pulled up by the TVA. Cap just going back because he wants to fucking be with Peggy and be chilling and doing nothing apparently in that timeline is okay. Or Gamora jumping off after Endgame. That's cool. That always happened.
Yeah.
Or Thanos jumping back to try to fucking stop the other guys who jump back in time to stop him. That's cool.
It's
bro, right after the fucking
future of the universe.
Right after Loki gets the fucking thing is when Thanos rolls up on him. That all happens like within 30 minutes, man. That must have been crazy time in history, dude.
Yeah.
For the TVA, they had been busy, but no, they just the timekeeper said that's cool.
Yeah. They're chilling.
They let this fool just wipe out
They're cool with that.
Man.
No big deal. Wait, what's up with the Eternals not coming to that, though? That seems crazy. How are they going to explain that? How are they going to explain that none of the Eternals helped fight Thanos?
Bro, TVA said so. It's cool.
Oh, TVA told them not to interfere?
TVA said. Timekeeper said, man, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. That it just happened that way? Because
bro. Just fucking, they were just chilling. Probably got snapped in half. Didn't do anything after that.
Came back later.
Just always happened like that, man. It was more powerful. Celestials.
Oh, definitely timekeepers.
I Googled it and there's not even a good comparison.
I think you have to look up both of them individually.
Celestials they create life and shit too. So that's...
Yeah, but on a smaller scale for sure. The TVA and timekeepers don't even create life. They just control the timelines.
Dude, they created fucking clones to control all their shit.
Owen Wilson is a clone?
He's, I don't know, a clone or he's a being that is being controlled by them. They created it though.
Yeah, that's true.
So they call what it is. But what if you really just said, fuck them?
The timekeepers? But they don't, I guess.
Everyone. I don't know.
I'm reading about the timekeepers.
Whack.
What the fuck?
So they're hella corrupt.
Oh my God. Do you want to hear their powers?
I mean, sure, yeah. Lay it on me. Fast.
The timekeepers have great power to manipulate temporal energy. They can age entire armies till they turn to dust or reverse aging to before the point of life. They can summon beings from any point in the time stream, sending them to do their bidding. They can travel through time into various alternate realities, form powerful energy shields, project force blasts.
All right, I get it. They're fucking hella strong. But so they get it called the shots though on what the fucking main timeline is then. They're just like, yeah, bro, go off. Yeah. Live off, Captain America. It's fine. Y'all just changed the whole timeline in your timeline, but whatever, and made a couple other timelines, but it's cool. That always happened. What I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. I get it, but fucking, like, they are calling the shots, so something could change.
I guess that's just how they wanted it to go. I don't know.
All right. I don't have anything else to say on that bullshit. It's fun, though. I mean, like, dude, good acting. I like the acting in the show. I mean, he's a good Loki, and he got humbled quick, which is cool. I mean, like it didn't feel rushed to basically turn him from a psychopath murderer in 2012 to like where he ends up. They did that all, I thought, really well, that arc. You see him get humbled by the end, and who knows if he just ends up being that murderer that's running around, right? That could still happen. It's very serial killer-esque with that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where he's gonna go, and is he just some random iteration off of the main one? They could do some crazy flashback and show the first one who's out murdering everyone, who ended up being there, and he's just another variation, bro. How do we really know?
Well, if there's infinite variations, then
that's what I mean.
No first one even. They're just all as equally insignificant as each other.
So then how do you know if it's the timeline or not?
You don't. That's
exactly
where the higher beings come in.
Look,
probably.
We are on the same page now. We figured it out.
Yeah, we're in it. Oh, fuck. Dude.
These fuckers are just saying, yeah, bro, this is the timeline. Playing like their little flower girl who's speaking over the whole directions of everything, like what happened, whatever, dude.
No,
we'll see, though. It's an interesting concept. The beginning was kind of weird. It felt like it was jumping between a bunch of shit for a bit there, but the end was good.
Yeah. I also like this person that worked behind the desk. That was random bureaucratic guy.
Yeah, he's this random character in this firefighter show I watched with my roommate David. So I recognized him, and he's basically like the same character in that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like this clueless dude, exactly the same character, but just in a Marvel version.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, they showed that whole part too, where Loki's like smiling about killing him. He was just like a little kid.
Yeah, and then also when he was talking to him, he's like, "I'm literally gonna torture you to death if you don't give me the Tesseract."
Such an asshole. They should just torture him for a while. That'd be cool.
Turn him to dust.
Yeah.
Dude, this episode was kind of brutal too. It just showed people just getting absolutely annihilated, turned into nothing.
Fans think they saw Peggy Carter in the episode.
What's Peggy up to?
I don't know. Shout out Haley Atwell, bro. You know, hopefully good things.
Yeah.
Final thoughts. Let's close this out. If they keep it a contained story where it's just about this Loki and not try to delve into like explaining everything, then maybe I can separate from it for now.
But you can go into those concepts without explaining things. This might make it a little confusing, but I think Marvel is like a master.
But not when shit contradicts a bunch of other shit that you made pretty important. All right, so my final thoughts on Loki then. So I thought this was a good first episode, especially as a showcase for Tom Hiddleston, man. This guy's great in the role. You know, he's so eccentric as the character, and it's fun to see it like as a send-off if this is the last time we're going to see Loki, instead of him just getting his neck snapped. Some cool elements being in play here with this show, with the TVA and Destiny and all that, and I'm very interested to see how that's going to wrap up. My final thought on it, though, is if the Avengers go back, and they were always supposed to then go back to the 70s. Cap and Iron Man were supposed to go back to the 70s. Cap is supposed to remember Peggy, decide he's going to go and jump in his own timeline. And that's always supposed to happen. Then, to me, Loki's always supposed to get the Tesseract. That makes sense to make it cause this fucking thing of events. If they're just going to let Steve Rogers be back there, Gamora be in the future, a timeline without Thanos, whatever, you know, all those situations, that means this is what's supposed to happen. So that was my point on that. But we'll see. They have plenty of time to address this and resolve all that as we go. And so, close it out, I want to shout out Julian Gallegos, our producer. Shout out Ross Cutsforth. Follow him on Twitter at Ross Cutsforth. Follow Luke Goosens. He'll be back next week for a show. My Twitter is at MyTweetsMid. If you want to argue with me, shoot me a DM. I'll respond. And that's it. Make sure to leave a rating and review on Apple. And that's it, y'all. Thank you.